me over here in the super bright. See, like, why is it so crazy orange? It's just this darn shirt.
What is it doing?
You look like you're, like, you know, vibrating in color. Yeah.
I'm hot.
Well, it's just this crazy orange that just, you know, I don't know what to do with her. Anyway, that's P over there.
I'm over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together
We are
PM Artist Studio. Hello to everyone. Please do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, we do not know that you were here, but that's totally fine. Please do give those thumbsy upsies. So that way, the algorithm says, hey, something is being liked over here, so we should maybe send it out to some other people. P's moving her fan. If y'all wondered where she just jetted off to. All right, well, let's say hello to everyone. Do keep in mind that, so this is Thursday. It's Thursday Thoughts. We're going to have some thoughts here in a moment. I think we're going to have a good little discussion. Should be fun. P and I enjoyed it last night, so we did a little pre-chat. Pre-chat. But this is the stream before Saturday, where the Makers Creative Club is going to be going live for the YouTubers, that is. So at 2 p.m. on Saturday is the hop, you know, the hop. All right, let's say hello to everyone. And then next week, I think I will stream on Monday, but then we're off Tuesday, Thursday, and on Sunday. Yeah, crazy. All right, participants we have Art Curious by MNW. That is Miriam. Heather is here. Betty, Brad, Carrie, Christy, Colleen, Darcy, Dana, Diane, Eddie, Ellen, Effie, Fran, Griffin Shield. That's Rhonda. Hoarder Papercrafts is Mimi. Jamie's here. Jeanette, aka J-Net. See, I'll listen to you. She's like, no, because she doesn't want to get mixed up with the other Jeanette, which is funny and sweet and lovely, and I just love you for that. Joni, Kathy, Laura, Lydia, Martha, Mary, Mitzi, Paula, Nick, Ricky, SAG, that's Sarah, Sherry Habbing. Is that how you say your last name? I usually don't say your last name. Silver Granny, that is Lynn. Star Traveler, that's Linda. Susan Fernandez, hello, you were here, the little early bird. Tamarie, some people call her Tam. The Shelley Studio, that's Margot, Trish Coogan, and Wendy H. And I'm sure some other people popped in there. If I missed you, it was not on purpose. I think Devin popped in there, maybe Diane. Y'all sneaky, sneaky. Do give me a little pink hello wavy hand, and I will definitely make sure that I say hello back. Any other announcements? You know, we've always got, you know, things going on Makers, but usually by this time of the month, either people have already participated, but of course, I mean, anytime you want to jump in and do the, like the collage prompts, jump in, do that, the color combo, even if it isn't that month, if you want to do a past one, go for it. We love that. Use those little hashtags, find the threads.
I haven't sent off my, did I send off my cards?
Yes.
I did?
Your secretary did.
Bless her heart. It's a good
She needs a raise.
Yeah, well, don't we all?
This shirt is.
I work for paint.
and love.
And it's kind of pricey. So
it is, yeah.
I'm not making.
I was gonna say, I think you're making more than me.
Yeah, I just
maybe. Oh. Yes, she is very bright today.
I don't know. It's just kind of because I'm just kind of. I just keep thinking I put all my. You know, I don't take any medications, but I
takes a lot of vitamins
and minerals. It's quite complicated.
It is, but I will tell you, there's a noticeable difference when she does not. So whatever she's doing, she needs to keep doing, because like when she doesn't, she gets cranky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There is that.
You just want me to stay, you know, side by side and whatnot, right?
Yes. Yeah, because I'm gonna just. Well, I'm just gonna start us off here, and we kind of decided that, you know, we were just gonna wing it. Because a lot of times when we do that, it's more
natural,
impromptu and natural, and just, you know, evolves organically. Whereas, you know, so I just wrote down a few things here. And all of this was kind of prompted because Mariah had me watch this. Neil.
Oh, y'all know. Well, those of you that have been watching for a while know that I do love me some Neil deGrasse Tyson, especially some StarTalk. So I was listening to one before bed because I've decided that that's much better than some of the other things that I listen to because they put, you know, just things in my brain that you probably just shouldn't go to sleep with. StarTalk is good. And anyway, it was like some philosophy ones. I'll put a link in the chat because I kept it because I had to send it over to P. So it's a really good one.
That's what prompted, you know, our thoughting for today. And part of the things, you know, that he said that, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but one of the things that came out of it was, you know, learning something new every day. And having that sense of curiosity and wonder that most children are imbued with, but somewhere along the line we lose that. And just addressing how our schools really fall down in that particular category of keeping that love of learning alive. Because I've met many individuals who said that, you know, once that they were finished with their degree, that they really didn't care to ever go back to school. I would love to. I mean, even now, if there was a class there that really I wanted to take, that they would allow me to take, because that's the other thing. It's become so expensive. I don't, you know, when I got my degree, I mean, I don't remember exactly what it was, but we managed to pay for it.
Yeah.
And now, you know, people go into debt with this. And adult education, that has just, I mean, it's really hard to find adult ed classes. I guess adults don't think they need to learn anything else.
Well, you can. It's tricky in the Dallas area because there's so many, like we have, you know, the community colleges that are connected, but each one sort of specializes in different things. Well, so the things that we're really kind of interested in are probably going to be way downtown.
Yeah.
Which
and
is kind of sucky.
And I don't want, well, number one, I'm not going to drive that by myself, and if most of the time adult ed classes are at night or towards the evening.
Yeah, and a lot of them are.
And I don't drive at night, period. So, you know, if Mariah couldn't go with me, I would just be, I wouldn't be able to attend. But I love taking classes, and I love learning new things, and one of the things that sort of keeps me up on things is this, what we do here. As I have to learn new things and kind of get myself going on how it's going to work out. I mean, sometimes I do just fly by the seat of my pants here, and it usually has bad results. Or, you know, sometimes it works out okay. And I don't worry so much about it because I don't feel like that you all are going to be terribly judgmental on that. So that's not part of the issue. But I like for it to look like I'm having a good time. And most of the time I am. And I think it's pretty evident when I'm not.
Yeah.
There's just not any any question about that. And as much as I would try to disguise that or whatever, I don't do a very good job of it.
Yeah, true that.
Okay. So, keeping curiosity and wonder as part of your learning paradigm, I think, is absolutely essential. If you're having fun, you're going to keep doing it. If you're not having fun, probably not going to. And that goes for children. I mean, we beat them over the head and make them do things, when we could just spend a little bit more energy and presenting it in a way that it's playful, and somehow we don't have a definite, you know, carved in stone product in mind for the end results. And not everyone has to arrive at the same one at the same time.
Yeah.
That's the big thing.
I think that was always my struggle in school. I didn't like that part of it a lot. Like, I vividly remember, like, you know, I wish certain things I wanted to go slower. And then there were other things that I was like, okay, seriously, people. Like, I got it. Can we do something else? You know, so it's that kind of gauged learning of, on your own.
I think it is, and I think that we underestimate children being able to adapt to that particular setup where, if they finish something early, then they've got something that they can do in the interim. They don't all have to be on the same page all the time, and that's just bureaucratic BS. It is just, all it is it's just a way to keep track of things and to control the situation and control what people are learning. We don't trust our teachers, and that is a big, big mistake.
Yes. It's not the product, it's the process.
Yes. And that's, if your focus is on the process and where you're going and what you're learning and being able to take little detours, here and there, that's what it should all be about.
Yes.
All right, so then the second thing we were talking about, and this kind of came up because Mariah was doing her pop-up thing. And what she found out about a pop-up thing, there's a lot more involved in a pop-up than just, opening up a page and having things, leap out at you.
And I will tell you that, there's this great guy, I can't remember his name, but he has lots of videos. I mean, I think if you put in, how to make a pop-up, you'll see his videos. He has an extensive, and he's very good at it. He's done numerous books. Sometimes, people that are really, really good at something, it's hard to follow. And then, he has a great library, though, as far as, even telling you, where starting from very simple to whatever. But what happens is, I have this idea in my head of, okay, I want this big grand thing to happen. And then the more I watched his videos and stuff, and he keeps saying, you gotta do these basic things. If you go back to this video, and then you go back to this one, I'm like, okay, well, it seems like I probably need to watch about, 10 videos back in order to get to the level of whatever it is that I'm, thinking of. A little crunched for time on that whole thing. I do really want to do it, but... that's gonna, I need to get my mind right about all that.
That just as you were talking about that, it just came to me that sometimes teachers who learned something and it was difficult for them are much better teachers than the ones
That
who
it just came.
come into it and they just get it the first time around, and there's no, because they have no conception that it might be hard for someone.
I'll tell you this. So I can remember one of the jobs that I had, and I very much disliked it, but there were things that I learned from it, which wasn't when I worked for the CAD company. And I did CAD drawings all day. And I was like, okay, this is maddening and horrible. But whenever I was learning how to do it, it was kind of like, per drawing. It was, because every single one of them is different. And even though there are some standards that apply, it's very technical, but yet there is some fluidity to it. And I can remember when I left, what I would do is I would save all of my notes. I had this huge stack because I'd look through them and be like, okay, well, I got to find one that's similar, so that way I can apply what I learned there to this one. And I hated asking. I'm terrible at asking again and again. So I would try to make as many notes as possible. Well, when I left, my manager guy asked me, he's like, can I keep these? These are really great. My notes, because he was just really good at it. And these were very basic because I knew nothing. I came in zero knowledge other than some when I took drafting in high school, which was all hand drawn. This was computer. So I had a huge learning curve. But that was the only reason they hired me. And I was really cheap.
Yeah, well, there is that. And that's how we hire teachers too.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get rid of the old ones that they're paying a lot of money to, the experienced ones, and get those new ones in there because they don't cost so much.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a big push, but there isn't now. I mean, they're feeling like that whoever they've got in there, if they're breathing and able to, ambulatory and whatnot, they're going to keep them. People are not going to go into debt to the extent that it takes to get a college degree to teach. It isn't, and there's, very little respect. All right, well, I'm going to get off that soapbox because I could go on about that. All right. One of the things that we talked about last night was that this whole mindset hinges on, number one, what I know, but then identifying what is needed or the parts that are missing to make the new thing happen. And just giving yourself time to learn that and being nice to yourself and not beating yourself up about it and expecting that you are going to know everything all at once. So I'm talking to a lot of the gel printers that are just starting out and are frustrated and whatever. You just have to put in the time. Yeah. That's really what it takes.
I was telling Ann Laura that the other day because she was talking about it. She's like, I get real frustrated. She gets real frustrated. And I did. I told her that it really is just about keeping at it. Keep learning.
And making note of what you are learning so that...
Hi, Stella.
And it will have to be something that you do over and over again in order to really have it become automatic. I don't even think about that stuff anymore. So I'm a terrible person to be teaching that. But in the process of teaching anything, I learn also, and being aware of how to teach something helps identify and solidify the knowledge that you know, and then you can expand on that.
Yes.
And you have that base there to draw from. It's like Mariah's notes. She could go back and find a similar situation. And if you need to write them down, great. Do it.
Well, and I think sometimes that's where the creating a book, a journal of your notes, or just, referencing back, or even your visual vocabulary, because even P said the other day, she's like, oh yeah, I'd forgotten this one. We forget very simple things, and especially when you're just kind of doodling, a lot of times you aren't totally engaged. It's kind of a little autopilot type thing.
It's very meditative.
So you're not logging it in.
Yes, you're not making note of it.
Yeah.
Even just, non-visually. Okay, well.
So I think that's the end thing is just, keep at it. Don't be mad at the mistakes. Sometimes they're not mistakes, just repeat it.
Yeah, embrace them and use them.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Because most of innovation comes about with people making mistakes and then actually using those mistakes to make art, and it becomes yours. That's where that all happens. Well, I've been working in my book.
Shall I go topside?
Yeah. And we got a little issue here. I think I stretched it out.
A little bit.
And we've been talking about different ways to remedy this. I'm not going to really worry about it right now because it's not critical. But I would, if Akiko is watching this...
No, she won't be here today. She's usually here Mondays for sure. So we can...
Okay, well, let's talk about that.
Or she does watch the replay. So, Akiko, if you're watching...
Yes,
comment
because you
in
can
the
see
comments.
it's separating, and I can tell you it's just because it's getting fatter. Because see, when I do this, yeah, it's gapping. And we do have some ideas. All right. I'm going to quickly go through this because I don't remember what I showed you and what I didn't.
All right, scoot over into your, whatever I guess that's your brayer off that you got going on there. But yeah, scoot in that direction.
Yeah. Oh, is that good?
A little up. There you go.
Yeah?
Yeah. It feels weird, but I know it's squared up. It just feels weird.
I think that it needs to come back more.
What do you... Oh. No, because I'm seeing your lap even a little.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to show this because Izzy brought me this the other day. And she made this all by herself. And I want you to look. She even drew her little lines so she'd have her. And taped this little booger together. But how's that for three-dimensional? 6 years old. I think that's pretty remarkable. I couldn't do that one. Hell, I couldn't do that.
There are some days that I'm worried about you.
A couple years ago. Yeah. Okay, well, we know all about this.
She's like, just make it happen. This is what I want. Here's a drawing.
Okay, I've still got my little envelope with everything in it in there, and I haven't found a true home for it, but eventually we will. And then we all remember this page. Put this in. Everything seems to be staying nicely there. Coffee beans and oranges. We get these guys. Look how much nicer they're staying. Look.
Get them right. Strapped down. Restraints.
I've got them restrained. I just love this page.
I know. I love that page too. She has been trimming little threads because they make her angry.
They get glued down to stuff
She's
that
like,
I don't
sticking
want
to me.
want glued down. All right. So, I don't know if you remember what this looked like, but
Alright,
it was
scoot that way ever so slightly, and then that way it's a little more perfect. Love that. That makes me happy. Thank you.
okay. Well, that's not going to work out here in a minute when I start brayering over here. You're going to need. I put my plate right here.
Well, that's fine.
It's going to be fine.
We're gonna be fine. I just
Alright.
kind of wanted the book in a better, more.
Okay. So what happened here
Hi,
was
Barb.
this was a side by side, and it says.
It was like a card, like more of just a.
Yeah, the other side was over on this side over here, okay? Just plain red, the other side. And it says, love a colorful life. So I took the inside, and I want you to see that hinging process there. Isn't that remarkable? And I took one of my doodle pieces.
I told her the same thing, Paula.
What?
Dangly thread. I love a dangly thread.
It just irks me most of the time. It tickles me, and I don't like it. And I'm
She feels like
cutting them
things
off.
are crawling on her.
Yes.
She
Or they're
says-
getting stuck to something I don't want it stuck to. And that's what happened the other day, is it wouldn't let me open the page.
That is true.
And you can still
But there might have been some glue involved in that situation as well.
very possibly. But anyway, now I'm really proud of this little jobber here. Okay, this is some of that tape that doesn't glue down. And I didn't glue this down, so I'm hoping it sticks. But if it doesn't, I'll glue it down.
That one is pretty good.
Yeah, I think it was really remarkable. So then I made a belly band using that same tape. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? And I did add some little hearts in here because there's hearts on the front of this. And then, of course, I've got lots of circles. I always have circles.
People love circles.
And I have this little thing that I ripped off of the edge of one of the pieces of fabric that was in the big,
Chindi rug.
yeah,
Right? Chindi rug?
in the big bag of fabric. And asked very kindly if Mariah, but look at that. Is that not the perfect color?
That's right, Devin. Dangly
And-
threads are not for everyone.
They're not. And I don't know. These haven't bothered me, but if they bother me, it doesn't bother me to cut them off. So then on this page over here, you notice
Oh, wait,
that.
you just skipped it over. I did the circle bit.
Oh, yes, Mariah. I'm sorry. Yes, that was where I was going with that. Mariah did the little.
Now hold that up a little bit more into the technology. I have the camera kind of high, but look at that. She's like, well, I could do this, but you know that I'm going to use too much glue, which
And I'll
means
have
it's
to
going
leave
to
it-
dry for.
I'll have to leave the book open for 2 or 3 hours for it to dry, because when you saturate this string,
Yeah.
it takes a little bit more time to dry than just
Yep.
normally.
Hey,
But
Angela.
anyway, so this was a print over here with the leaves on it. So I just took and did a little leafy pattern here and here and here and here.
And she had the orange one over in the corner on the other, like that was already there.
That was
so
already
you
there.
repeated, which was great.
Yeah. So that's what I did with that. And it has a cute little tab there. And repeated it on this page. Okay, you've already seen that. Seen that. Seen that.
Nothing new.
Nothing new. Oh, I have to show you this. Looking through the bag, look at that little piece of, so I riveted it. I don't know if that's what you call it.
I do have the camera like way over that way, don't I?
You do have it way over.
All right. Okay, now you can scoot that horn. And up. Perfect. We're gonna go with that. And I'm gonna try not to look at the camera because I know it's cockeyed.
It is?
A little bit. No, you're good. Okay. You're good. I love it. Actually, that was quite good.
So I found this little piece of fabric, and look at it. It even has the dots on it. And they're tactile. You can feel them. So look at that. Is that a match or what? So I had to go ahead and make a little, I didn't plan on doing that for this one, but I just made it on this side so it kind of, you know, fluffs over here. And look at that. Isn't that wonderful?
Wonderful.
Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful.
Now,
I'm going to pull this out. So, you know, I asked Mariah to glue this piece down.
because remember we were
And
like,
boy,
ooh, that
am I
looks
glad I
fantastic.
did, because I sure as hell wouldn't have done what she did here.
Well,
It was
I
just-
said, okay.
I would have just had a strip down the middle here, and
I
then
know.
just, yeah,
She would have blocked it, and
blocked it, and yeah.
I cut around so to save her.
Every single one of my little things there. And then she decided that we should put Thomas's card on the outside like this.
See, it's just like that, don't you? I mean, it works both ways, but
Yeah, but I think we needed that bit of green there, and that we discovered that because this is green. And then across the top there, I just think, you know, this, and you know, it all goes together. Voila.
voila.
All right, so I added one little thing to this, and you'll all think that if you watch the last one, you'll get a little chuckle out of this. I added the little annular.
Hold that up into the camera, please, so they can really, you know, love on the texture of that little... I had some comments about it. Please, you know, feel free to put some stuff in the chat. I may not read it, but, or I mean,
That
I'm
was
not,
where I got this this little piece came from that.
Eddie, of course, this annular, question mark?
Annular.
Annular.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to this page. And look at that washi tape I found. Now, I glued the bejesus out of that.
She glued it like she glues things.
I had to, because it was the end of the roll. And there wasn't any sticky stuff
Wasn't
on it.
even any, yeah.
There wasn't even any.
Pre-sticky
It was
was-
really, really bad washi tape. No sticky. So, but I wanted it because it matches that pink so perfectly. I had to have that. And then I wanted to relate, you know, this to that. So, it says, live a colorful life. I want you to study that. And then on the inside, I made a little drawing.
Well, you collaged it.
I collaged it and, you know, did similar patterns on each little flower, leaf, whatever thing there. And isn't that, see? I just think that's absolute. I hope Akiko thinks that that's wonderful, and I didn't, because this side of the card was what was over on this
Because
side.
she made it like
here.
the red one, so it was all block
Yeah.
of blue.
And then the other thing is,
Which I think, here's the whole thing. She made it so where you could write on that block of blue. You arted on the block of blue.
now I can still write on this side. And then I have this little leftover dog, and I just applied some more of that purple thing to his little bum there. And I'm just going to keep him in here as kind of a
Near
place.
his annular.
Near his annular. Yeah, to help me find pages, you know. Okay.
So he could fetch it.
Fetch it. I can fetch it.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, that you've seen before. I think really the rest, I don't think anything else.
Yes, that is correct of it. Yes.
In here is new. I think you've seen everything else.
Yeah.
And I really am, just haven't decided which way I like that. I really do like those circles there. And then of course you remember this page with my
I just love that.
sisal.
Is it Sisal or Sissel?
Sisal, I don't know.
I know I kept saying it wrong, but now I can't remember. This is much like the
I just really do love that cat.
I love that cat.
So anyway, I think that the book is pretty much finished, except for addressing the spine issue since
Yes.
I made it too fat. But I think that it's going to, whatever solution we come up with here is, I'm honoring what is already here.
Yeah. And maybe on Monday we talk about the spine.
And that'll give
Akiko's here.
Akiko time to sort of, you know,
Yeah.
run that around and through and, and whatever.
Yes, it's pleasantly plump.
Pleasantly plump, yes. Pleasantly plump. All right. So, now, I don't really have a whole lot going here, but I've got some papers that I want to gel plate to put into my box to take to...
Hey, we packed the suitcase with all the art stuff and the things that we're going to be giving away at the retreat. And I'm pretty proud of her. And I think, you know, right? Aren't you proud of me for packing the thing? And
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I did have this plate all nice and clean. And
we should show them the container thing.
oh,
Do y'all want to see that? I think it's brilliant. So really, it's cool because, like, it's the brand of it is a Caseling, and it's meant for like DJs for their little turntable things, like the not the turntables themselves, but some of the other equipment that goes along with it. They do make it for the turntables, but this particular one was like for something a little skinnier, which is really pretty cool. And so it's gonna hold how many plates? 4 plates along with their acrylic, and then like the Brayers and Baron on the other side. I'll get it because it's really cool. I'll be right back.
well, and I'll just get some of my stuff lined up here because I kind of been thinking about what I wanted to use for my background here.
Massey's like, what are you doing?
And the reason I want to use this particular one, and you can tell that I've done a little bit of Franken-stenciling here on the end because I needed it to cover the bigger plate. So I had to add some more, and I must keep that in mind because when I pick that up, some of those are getting a little iffy. But that's okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, we need to put some patchouli in it anyway.
Yeah, we do. Ugh.
It smells, you know,
I thought-
plasticky
I
and
thought
foamy.
Mazzy was farting yesterday. Blamed it on the dog. All right,
Although
so
it's not really showing up very well in the screen.
Black
'cause,
on
like,
black?
Well, it's huge. So they're just seeing like a sort of the opening of it. But you guys can kind of get an idea that it's, you know, yay thick.
and it will accommodate. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and condition the plates and put paper down, put another one on top, put paper down, and another one on top, and I can get 3 in here. So this side over here, all of the Brayers and the Baron and, you know, other related printing materials are going to go. And we don't even know that this is going to be necessary, but, you know, it's kind of nice to have it. I'm sure that we'll just put it aside if we don't need it. And then it's, see, nice and sturdy. And it didn't cost a fortune.
No. Yeah, it's kind of like a spy suitcase.
Yeah, you could, you know, put your guns in here and they wouldn't rattle around. Okay, so that problem is solved.
And then the stencil that she had just shown, that one right there, that is called The Art of Protein. Now, please keep in mind the one that you are seeing here is the prototype, the, you know, Franken-stencil built by Patricia, the P, Queen P. So yours will not ever be this large because she pieced things together.
Yeah, which you can do also. I mean, holy cow, I'm not, you know,
right.
I don't have the...
Now, if you wanted to buy like 1 or 2, you know, 2,
Yeah,
then you could put them together
and muss about with it.
Yes, but then the 9x12 would actually fit within the plate because that's as large as we can cut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is that. Alrighty, so I'm going to use this, and I think I'm going to go with...
Miriam, we're going to check all that luggage just because it's kind of heavy, and I am a firm believer in checking luggage.
Yeah.
I'm
not going to struggle with trying to get it up there in that bin.
No. I want to get off the plane. I don't want to dilly-dally with luggage.
And I don't, usually by then I've got to go pee and do some other things on the way out and get something to drink. So
hang out at baggage claim.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. Because I can move around and I'm not like, locked in with people just breathing on me. I don't like that.
Alrighty. So I've got lots of blocked spaces here.
Oh, Susan says temps will be freezing. Will that affect the plate?
What?
On the airplane? Well, I would guess that at this time of year, it wouldn't get freezing. It may get cold. But then how do they ship them? I would assume they go on an airplane at some point. Like cargo planes. The ones that, especially the ones from China. I don't think they all come on a boat. But maybe they do.
Who knows? I do not know this. Oh, I've lost my smiley face.
We'll find out.
We will. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and...
It's only going to be 4 of them. So, she'll be okay. And then we could... I
don't want to take all of that up. I want some of it to be there. That'll be a nice piece, too.
Yes, I understand. The cold from the altitude. But does it get that cold and down below even? I don't know.
I don't know either. I've got to take papers because I'm going to be bartering with
and we're not taking paint.
We're not taking any paint.
It's already been shipped. We sent it to Patty via Amazon.
And we sent paper.
Now we might bring it back.
Paper.
We'll see if it, makes it. Yeah, I think that I agree with that, Wendy. Yeah.
Look at how cool that looks.
Hey, Ann. Did I say
All
that
right.
already?
I'm going to let this dry.
Yes, she loves that red.
I do. This is my go-to red. And I like it because it's...
nice and murdery.
Yes. It's a true red.
Hey, Anthony.
Maybe it leans a little pink leaning, but for the most part. Ish. Well, we'll just let that dry.
Those of you that are coming in, do say hello in the chat. If you haven't already, do give those thumbsy upsies. And if you're new, subscribe. Ring the bell.
I have a little swig of water here.
Okay. I'm going to have a little swig of my drink. And so, yeah, good call. Ann Lar says that animals travel in the cargo hold, so it can't be that cold.
Well, I just wouldn't, I know people that do that, but I wouldn't do that to my animal.
Well, no.
Because I think some of the conditions are terrible.
Yeah, but sometimes, like, if you're moving a big dog or whatever, like, you can't bring them on the plane. I guess you could get them a seat.
Yeah.
The little ones, they have them as, like, carry-on.
All right, I'm going to just...
Oh, what is that paint color?
Oh.
The tube.
This is Crimson by Winsor Newton, Galleria Acrylic.
Louise.
I love this paint a lot. I'm already having anxiety that there's not going to be something for me in...
What I got for you was the big set of Amsterdam, because it's a brand that you are familiar with and for the most part like.
Heavy body?
Regular.
Yeah, it's not heavy body.
Regular paint. Standard. It's standard. They don't go by heavy body or whatever.
Oh.
Standard.
standard.
Or expertise, or whatever it is. Expertise.
Oh, well, it'll just be what it is. Maybe I can just walk around and steal other people's paint. So,
Maybe.
no.
Make friends.
We might have to. Well, it probably won't be after that. Wondering where
Well,
their
if you ask nicely.
paint went to. I'm making this pretty juicy because remember, this is, hear that?
Mazzy, stop licking. I'll tell you. Rhonda says she has visions of you just walking around pocketing stuff. I should probably bring a box and just be like, ah, a little of this and a little of that. You using that?
You need that? Oh, okay.
I know. Wendy says, P, you're going to have to modify your plans and be flexible.
I know.
Enjoy the challenge of no full body paint.
I really suck at that. You know, I can tell people that.
Martha says you can count on Patty and Z for fabulous paints. I feel like that's true. Mazzy. Yes, exactly, Wendy.
I know, but you know, old people, and it's good to kind of get your cart.
It's been a while since you had to be,
Yeah, it
you
has
know,
been.
flexible and on the move.
Well, I never did like it much.
Yeah.
That looks so cool.
I like that.
I
So that was
already know what I'm going to do next.
Art of Protein over Brayer Off.
All right, so I've got that, and I want to. What?
Susan Fernandez says that she's about as limber as lumber.
I like that. Limber as lumber. Okay, I'm hoping those are not going to fly off in my face here in a minute. But I'm
So you're
trying
saying like
to.
a hardwood, or maybe, you know, there are some softwoods.
This is golden turquoise phthalo. I love this color.
Susan, mainly because we don't want to carry on 4 plates and, you know, all the other stuff that she's probably going. We just like checking luggage. We're checkers.
Okay, can you?
Yep.
It's stop. It
Yeah, I see
needs
your-
cleaning out.
Your lid needs attention.
It does. Okay, now where's? And I'm sure that somebody there will have some glycerolic or something similar, right?
Oh yes, I would bank on there being some kind of medium.
I want to keep this a little more transparent than it would be otherwise. And that's really when I bring in my acrylic medium.
No worries, Louise. Just hang out. And, yeah, no worries.
What? What are you chuckling at?
No, she's fun.
Now, I'm probably not going to get much pickup off of whatever's underneath there, but I don't really care right now. I'm not even going to clean that brayer off because I've got another one lined up here that I want to get down here. usually do this, but messy.
Oh, Mary Ellen said that she had her plate with plexi for carry-on, plus a metal ruler and scissors.
And they let her.
So she had to remove crackle paste. It was over 3 ounces and not in a baggie. But they let you through with the scissors. They took away her nail clippers. She was quite... Yeah, see,
Yeah, I've had it happen more than once. Yeah.
So fired up.
You know,
it's like, really? Like, this is
I wanted
okay.
to take those people back into that room, you know, private room, and nip them.
I wasn't thinking about using them until just now.
Come on, let me go nip on you a while and see how it works. If it's a real issue.
Oh, that's funny.
Yes. Look at that. Isn't that wonderful?
Oh, yes. So, 3 layers. Well, I don't know. How many layers does a brayer off count?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's just kind of 1.
Maybe. Okay, this is coming along very nicely. Far better than I anticipated. Oh, here we've got some.
Now, where... I'm not seeing the connection. Oh, I do see the... Never mind. I see the little take marks. Because I was like, how did that one get so big?
Down on this end. Wasn't quite covering up my plate the way I wanted it to. Okay, let's go back to our roll hole, but this time I'm going to make it ever so slightly pink. You know, I've got some good stuff underneath there. What?
And he says, yeah, bring the weapon on, not the paste. Bring them scissors, that's okay.
Yeah. Get rid of those nippers. Okay, a little more. You know, I really, I swear by this stuff. I think it's as good as...
I like it. It's very multifunctional.
Some of that other stuff, you know, that... And it mixes well. Oh, what have we got going on there? What's that?
Yeah, I did talk about that sort of there in the beginning, but yes, do remember that the hop is this weekend. It is on Saturday at 2 p.m. Central Time. And I will post a playlist. Once I get it, you know, together. Oh.
No, I'm not getting carried away with that. I just want to get some of it off.
Okay,
right?
You said something about stuff. What stuff?
What stuff?
I don't know. Susan wants to know what stuff are you referring to?
Oh, the stuff underneath that was still there.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Colleen's multi-layer print was quite lovely.
Long haul?
No, just multiple layers.
Oh.
Different stencils. Yeah.
I'm hoping that wasn't too dry.
Oh, the Blickerick. Blick acrylic. It's their medium. And it's kind of a satiny sheen to it. But we like it a lot. It's quite reasonably priced as well.
Yeah. That it is. Yeah, it's probably going to be kind of foamy. Yeah, sure. But it doesn't really matter.
Bubbles are okay.
Bubbles are okay, because this is going to bubble anyway.
And that is the fluid diet. Does it name?
Golden high flow.
Yeah, but what's the color?
Diazonine.
Purple.
Just a minute. Yes.
I don't know why that word doesn't stay in my brain.
And it does have a tendency to do the stippling, you know, the cellular action, which I don't know. I quite like it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you know that, then you just use it in the situations where you actually want that to happen, and then you're pleasantly surprised, as we are here.
Oh, yeah, Diane, replicating a print is near impossible.
Yeah. Don't stress yourself. It's like
Don't make yourself
teaching a
crazy.
pig to sing, you know? It annoys the pig and it doesn't work out.
Is that a saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
I heard it somewhere.
Really?
Yeah. There was a comparison, you know, something da-da-da is like trying to teach a pig to sing. It annoys the pig and doesn't, no.
Y'all know it? Let
Yeah.
us know in the chat.
Anyway, I just remember the pig part. That's why I can never tell jokes, is because I don't ever remember the whole thing. I just remember the
Yeah.
punchline.
Yeah.
And, you know, and
That kind of
I
ruins
remember
it.
that it was funny as hell, but
Right. I got a good one for you. I'm just going to give you the funny part.
Yeah, we're gonna skip the other part, you know. Okay,
Da
well,
da 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 da.
da-da-da-da. Okay, well, I don't know what to do with this. I think maybe some turquoise.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some opaque turquoise.
Oh, yes. Colleen says the hard part is understanding how the different colors affect the prior color.
Yes,
They
ma'am.
can change the tone. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
And do I use transparent, semi-transparent, or opaque?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a time for everything. It's just like, you know, there is a season.
Da 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 da.
Like that.
Hello, Apple.
And I have to remember to pull from the end that's not taped together,
Yes.
because
You got him singing the turn, turn. Yeah, that's funny. Anthony. No worries, Carrie. Get some rest. Oh, I loved the label thing. I think I commented.
well, I don't love it yet, but I will. Just not right now. All right, what are we going to do here? What are we going to do here?
Maybe the next layer.
Maybe the next layer.
What is that?
White. High flow. I'm
Just
hoping
white?
it's gonna, yeah. Hoping it's gonna mix with this out here and make it a real light turquoise. That's my
I'm
thought.
thinking more baby bluish. Careful if you do this maneuver that she's doing right now, because what it does is it gums up the edges of your brayer, and then that gets kind of, you know, clogged up. Oh, gee, look. That looks a lot like baby blue. Sometimes
It is not.
Sometimes
It's
I know.
robin's egg. Robin's egg.
Okay.
It was probably a little bit opaque, but maybe it'll pick up some of that stuff.
Duck egg blue is what Lara says.
Duck egg blue. Oh, look at that. See, just enough of it showed through. Ah, great friend.
I don't know. There's
Another.
also some things happening on that acrylic plexiglass stuff there that's I'm like, what's...
Oh, you mean?
Well, yeah, and even on the, I think on the other side, I don't know.
Yeah,
There's some questionable things happening.
maybe.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna let that render. We're gonna come back to this. I'm sticking together here. I'm really liking that this is getting layers over my tape because that's
Yeah.
gonna help it. I just don't know where to, because I have to be careful with my computer situation on the shelf here. Brad's worried about my shelf.
It's a box.
I sure hope those people have some quinacridone.
I think I think some of that is in the, because I got you a set of little small golden fluids.
Okie dokie.
I mean, you're going to be roughing it, but I don't think you're going to be roughing it too badly.
Roughing it, y'all.
Just roughing it.
Roughing it.
Mm-hmm. What's Diane doing? Oh.
What?
She's elbow deep in plaster, bandages, and glue for her torsos.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now I can just tell you, boy, that pulled. If I'd left that on there much longer, I would have had a paper issue.
Good night, Paula. We'll see you in the morning.
We will. Look at that area right there. Isn't that wonderful? If there wasn't anything else on here that was spectacular, that area right there would just make my heart sing.
La 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 la.
Fa la 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 la. That's what Izzy was singing.
Oh, she loves Christmas songs.
Christmas music.
Like, can you
Rudolph.
Yeah, she likes Rudolph. So.
I asked her if she knew any other seasonal
It did have kind of a cheetah look to it. Mm-hmm.
This does, and I'm just thinking about it transparent over this. Make it really interesting.
Okay. And
What
welcome,
about
welcome to those of
yellow?
you that are coming in. Please do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise,
Nickel
we don't know that
Azo.
you're here. Give those thumbsy upsies if
Now,
you
I
haven't.
don't know. You know, transparent yellow is just a little bit lighter. I think I'm going to go with that.
Okay, what was the other one?
Nickel Azo.
Okay.
All of those are really good.
Yeah.
Everyone should have those. Is that...
Okay. Thank you, Paula.
What did she say?
She says she's just going to lurk.
Okay.
And we had some people pop in and then they left. Hello, Brenda. Hello, Marta. And hello, Lexi.
All right.
Maybe it was.
That's going to be sufficiently grungy. All right. We're going to let that
You're
run.
like, what is this Christmas? It's not. Is this a live stream?
Okay. What else did I have over here? Let's see if we can pull this off.
Oh, bye, Jeanette. Thanks for hanging.
Is it J-Net?
Jeanette. She's gonna go check on a tree that might be coming down. Leave us running.
Well, make sure you've got somebody with you if you bust out the chainsaw.
True that.
Okay, now,
This is a lovely background.
I think it's absolutely, and you know, oh,
What's happening? Oh. Well, that's interesting.
yeah.
Did that happen as you were pulling it, or did that just, was that there?
I don't know. It's a little piece of paper. Well, I guess I'll just go ahead and glue it down. I'll use a little spotty glue.
Oh, look at that. Such restraint she showed there.
Alrighty. Now, nice thing about that, dries fast. Let's use a different stencil. Let's use... What?
Took me a minute to get that one, but I had to read up because I was like, all right, I think I missed something. Anthony Cody would like anyone's spare wood. Eddie says that he does not have any at his age to spare.
Well,
His lot's
you know,
clear.
I'm not. I have a reply for that, but yeah, it's not good. What was I watching? This conversation. Okay, you know, I've been watching Suits, and I know it's an old, and Mariah, you couldn't believe that I didn't even know about it, but that's kind of how I come around to things. So the secretary, and she's wonderful, Donna. I love Donna. Donna's fabulous. And so she's having a conversation with the computer tech guy, and it's all very sexual innuendo, just, you know, going...
Over his head? Or who's... Yeah,
no, he's kind of getting it, and he's going, sometimes I don't like to come here because I think you're saying things, and I don't know, you know.
It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, but he doesn't know why. And she's just enjoying and I'm enjoying it, and you know, hopefully all the people out there that...
Yeah, I don't know that you can kind of get away with those things with HR these days. But it's good on a show.
Was that show like on Netflix or...
No, like regular TV. Like...
Oh, they say a lot of bad words.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it was. Maybe it was like,
I don't think it was regular TV.
Maybe it was like TNT or something like that. Well, no, but I mean, it wasn't. It was like one of the, or you know, the CW or something like that.
Yeah.
USA, maybe. Good call, Eddie.
Okay, so here I'm going to use this, and I'm going to use some white with it over this blue. And the reason I'm doing that is because this is half and half. It's semi-transparent. So I really want to opacitize it even more than it already is. So to do that, I'm going to pull out my white, and of course it's going to make it slightly lighter, which I don't mind because I think it's going to look splendid with this turquoise.
Splendid.
Splendid, y'all.
Oh, do you want this back? The actual turquoise?
Not right now.
Okay.
But it is a good one.
But because the one that you refer to as turquoise, I actually think is more teal.
You know, that whole teal thing just kind of sticks right here in my throat. It's just like la-di-da bullshit. It's either turquoise or it's blue-green. Don't give me some designer BS about stuff. Come on now.
Come on now, sugar.
This is really a very nice
Hot topic.
parfait designer BS.
Yeah. Some call that peach.
Peach. And it is ever so slightly dirty because God knows what was on the
Creamsicle.
Creamsicle.
That one doesn't make her angry.
That doesn't make me angry.
I would love it if you'd kind of scoot it up a little bit, but
I can't.
I know.
I can't scoot it anywhere. Honey bunny.
Okay. Sugar pie.
Because I got about this much up here.
Yeah, I know. I just noticed that you have the thing that's, hitting the other thing.
Yeah. I just so love my Baron. And Eddie, I'll check with all those. Mariah, you need to put that in the notes. We'll check all those women and see if they've got any coming down trees. Well, who's just went out to check their tree?
Jeanette.
Janet.
Yeah.
Janet, what kind of tree you felling?
Well, she's out checking out the tree. We can't talk to her right now.
Well, we need to check and see if she's bringing one down.
Hey, Monica.
Send it to Eddie.
We love you, too. Thanks for
I do know.
Oh. Sarah makes an awesome creamsicle truffle. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds lovely.
Yeah. I those two words together. Whatever it is.
Ooh, I love that.
Got to be good.
Look at that. I would wear that shirt.
I would too. It's practically what I have
know,
on.
like it's like a mix between your shirt and my shirt. I got the base, you got the flowers.
Well, see, and that was probably my inspiration, and I didn't even know.
Didn't even know it.
Didn't even know it. Okay, I had lots and lots of paint out there, so
Yeah.
this is very wet.
And paint to paint.
And yeah, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Love that color. Most everybody looks good in that color.
I don't know about that. Not right on you. Oh, Jeanette's back. Jeanette. Okay, just back. Pretty good size, about a 6-inch diameter and about 10 foot long, 10 plus foot long. Gonna get the chainsaw out tomorrow, I guess.
Well, what is the variety of this tree?
Yeah, Anthony might want your
Anthony
wood.
might want it. He needs wood.
Oh, he just said species.
Species. Hey, have you ever turned any elm? American elm? We had so many trees because the elm beetle, that we took them down. And I do remember, we used a lot of it for firewood because it was just, but it's extremely hard wood. So I don't know.
He's turned a bit of elm.
I can't imagine it's very much fun to turn, as hard as it would be. All right, I'm just going to have to let that dry. Let's see if we can pull our other. Yeah, I'm very jazzed about this. I think this is really wonderful.
Kitty.
And see, what's really cool is those areas where
Yeah.
it went, you can see the original orange.
Love that. Highlighted it. Well, or really shadowed it.
And that's what you get when you mix on your plate. Now, sometimes it turns out it's not something great, but you can always take that chance that it is going to be. That's what I like to do. Oh yeah. Lots of nice grungy stuff going on there. That bright red.
They were both waiting at the door.
Were they really?
Yeah.
Oh, how funny.
Hessie's like, oh, well, if you're going in, I'm going to go in too.
All right.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was the chair. I was going to say that as I left.
Yesterday, Brian was up here, and when she'd move it around, they'd say, "Whoa,
What was that?
what was that?" It's my chair. Just my chair. Okay. Well, this needs help, and I don't know. You know what? I'm going to do
I
something really weird. I'm going
You
to go.
should just chop it up. Like, get the other outer bits off of there. Don't mess it up. It's actually quite good. You're just distracted by all the nonsense around it. You want me to chop it up and show you how pretty it is?
I'm going to just put black over it.
Oh, that's a terrible idea, but you do it. I think it's important to show people what not to do.
Sometimes it really is. Alrighty, black. Where's my black? And I could use
Micacious?
carbon
Oh.
black and fluid. And what's going to happen is this is kind of wet here, so we're going to have some mucky stuff going on here with mixing of the colors and whatnot there.
It's going to go gray.
Kind of
Pinky
smushy,
gray.
pukey. Why am I having trouble with my stencils staying down today?
Well, it's, I mean, I think you've had that one for a while. By the way, this here stencil is made by our very own Darcy that is here in the chat. Let me put the link to that. Y'all might want to know that.
Yeah, I don't see where it's lifting out there. Can you see it jumping up and down?
It's because you got a lot of paint on it. It's been used quite a bit.
Well, it kind of blobbed out there, but oh well.
Yeah.
Hey, and if we don't like this one, you know what? We'll just go through and trying to get some.
Oh, wait, that isn't Darcy's. That one's ours.
Is this one ours?
That one's ours. I forgot about that. That's a Brad one. And I think, is that one still...
Oh.
Because it's the cherry blossoms. I wonder if it's still... I think on the 27th, because right now it is an exclusive. I was trying to give it to you, Darcy. We are going to have some new stuff. I'm hoping we're going to show some new things on Sunday. That's our goal. I don't know how much, I don't know, but there will be at least some stencils and some stamps.
Hey, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it does look cool. What say ye on your print there?
Is that sticking up like a
Hot dog? Yes it is. That's alright.
Well, it kind of mushed out in the center there.
I don't like that.
Yeah, well, maybe some more layers. I don't know. I do not know. Okay, I'm going to use some of this. I found this, and this is one of Robin McClendon's favorite colors. Baby blush, or some kind of pink like this, you know, real pale pink.
So yeah, I think it's still an exclusive until the 27th, but there is the link in chat for the 2 different kinds of cherry blossoms. Because we have like the little masks and then we have the stencils. Or really technically they're masks as well, but they're just larger, more stencil-like ones because they're, you know, all connected. And they're in the 5x7, 8x10, and 9x12. But if those of you that are members, and if you're interested, that's available, but then available to Gen Pop on the 27th. And hopefully I'm right about that. Lara loves it when you get violent with the paint. It's a nice release, I suppose.
You realize that a lot of times the stencils that I decide to use are just ones that were available.
Mm-hmm. There's not any real choice or thought about it because it's what's closest.
Now look at how cool that looks. Now come on, folks. That's some dang good stuff.
I like that.
I do too. Get that off of there.
Bumping the camera.
So that was Baby Blush Cheap Deco Art with Liquitex Black. Makes a really nice gray. And then we've got this. Look at that business.
Now, it looks kind of... Actually, it would have been nice if you could have put some, like, Lucas Krill and pulled it with a cream color. It looks that color because of the plate, right?
No.
Not because of the paper. Did you use...
No, that's it.
Oh, did you roll out some cream
No,
color?
it's just that baby blush mixed with the leftover on the stencil. Paint that was left
Flip it over.
over.
Let me see the piece of paper, please. Yeah, the paper's white.
The paper's white.
Yeah, but you didn't... What's out there...
Yeah, is what made it that color. Because remember, there was still stuff on the stencil.
Yeah.
That's what caused that. Plus, there was a little residue on the...
But you didn't, like, put a pull layer. You're pulling just what the black and
no,
whatever.
this is what was on there.
Okay.
Right after I pulled this one. I think that looks so
Hello,
cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this is... I bet you I can... I bet you I can talk to Patty Tolly Parrish. I bet she'd like that.
I don't know if
'Cause
that's
she would
Patty.
like
It's a
some-
little flurry. I mean, maybe. Maybe. Okay. Can you look in your pile of stencils over there and try a new one? Number one, your other one's too goobed up anyway. I ain't wrong.
Well, I'm done with this. I'm not doing anything else to this because I think it looks absolutely splendid.
I'm glad that you love it.
But I am really... I'm really not liking this.
No,
Drainage.
But you remember you got your pile of stencils that you've never used over there?
Well, I've used most of them. I really have. Well, I've got some really nice...
She's ignoring me. I don't like it.
nice prints.
I'm gonna have to go over there.
Kind of boring. I need to do something else with that. I think this is splendid.
Yes. So in the stream,
And I like this one also.
that one I like very much.
Really like that turquoise. All right, I'm getting to my
Pile.
pile. Well, I've got some. I've used that one, just not that particular. I'm telling you, I don't have that many. Now, I don't know what this is. Let me see what this is. I think I've used this.
Well, you've used a smaller one, but mainly off camera. In the Akiko book, in Fabulous, you used the little one.
Oh, that's right, I did.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know that you've ever jump printed with it on camera.
Oh, sticking.
That biggin is tricky.
Well, see, it was sticking around the edges.
Yeah.
Look how cool that looks.
That I think is fabulous. But as I had said, the
The
gel
white
plate,
paper. Yeah,
the
the
gel
gel.
plate made it look cream colored. It is not.
It ain't.
Mm-hmm.
And that is kind of a boo-hoo
Hi,
situation.
Trish. Thanks for hanging.
Boo-hoo situation.
Well, we'll be back on because we'll be on Sunday and on Monday.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to use some more of this pink.
I do like that pink.
It is. It's pretty good.
I mean, it's not like it's almost white.
It doesn't make you want to hurl.
No.
You know, or run to the refrigerator and see if you're missing your Pepto. We keep ours in the refrigerator.
We're going to Baltimore. Oh yes, do a glaze over that black and white print.
Yeah, definitely.
I think so too, Devin.
You must do that. It's necessary. Establish contact with the surface immediately.
One must establish contact
That's what I'm saying, all.
and be friendly.
Because then when you start, you know, rubbing around, stays put.
Yeah,
Size matters.
that, totally. So we will not be streaming our usual
Oh my God, look at all those little
puckers. I love this. It's weird. And look at all that puckery business still left down there
I like
too.
that puckery business.
They are.
Puckery business.
So, this coming Tuesday,
I'm leaving this.
Thursday, and then like next Sunday. Not this Sunday, but next.
There's a whole lot of really nice wonderfulness.
Weird things happening there, yes.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to make a very good color choice.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
You just don't worry about it, Mariah. All right, let's get back to this little Hummer. And see, here's my problem.
Oh, Wendy, that is super sweet. And no, I hadn't read that. But yeah, we have already put together our packets. What I did is I put together some of the ATC stencils for everyone at the retreat, and then we put in a little card and then an actual ATC that we made, because I showed those are the ones that I showed on Instagram and stuff. Yes, that one is a Miriam stencil, and it is called Missing Blocks or Missing Cubes. Missing Blocks? Blocks. I think blocks. I'll tell you. I don't know why I have such a struggle with that there stencil name.
Okay.
And I named it. I don't tell you something.
I'm bringing in some more white here.
Yeah. Yeah, missing blocks. I will put a link.
I'm hoping this is going to look layery.
Layery.
Layery? Y'all got that?
There is a link to the missing block stencil there in the chat. And those of you that are coming in, please do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, we do not know that you are here. And we want to say hello. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't, or if you were unsure earlier.
It just kind of floated down on there and I just had to go with it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I always don't know why.
What?
And Miriam, she's so sweet. She just lets me name them whatever for the most part. I named that one. I can't ever remember the name.
Missing blocks.
Well, it's because I really wanted to call it like Qbert because it reminded me of, but I'm sure that there's some licensing thing wrong with that. So that's what I think of every time I see it, and I can't remember. Yeah, missing blocks.
All right, that's gonna be a good one, I promise.
Mm-hmm. That's weird.
What?
Susan was getting an error message in chat.
Okay, I kind of want some of my grayish pink stuff here.
Yeah. You don't want it to be too subtle.
No, I want it to be a little darker.
Oh,
a little.
I might AKA it. Put it in. Miriam, I love you. I may have to AKA it. It's the French one. Q. Quick.
Quack.
Quack. Or it could be the more Latin one, which is Q, like, or you know, K. Yeah.
K.
K.
¿Qué es esto?
¿Qué es esto, K-Bert? Oh, there we go. Q. Oh, there, yeah. Q Bert. Cue him. Cue him in. It's his turn. The actor one. You are not getting a chuckle out of any of this.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Do you remember in the 80s there was a video game, arcade
Well,
video?
what I've been playing video games in the 80s. Now, let's just re-reference this.
Let's just remember, you did have kids in the 80s.
Yeah, I know, but as long as they weren't annoying me, I didn't give a shit what they were doing.
That's a prime example of, you know, Gen Z.
Hey, you know, I said don't bother me unless there's blood involved.
Yeah.
And make sure it's a significant amount.
Yeah. Because I did smack my nose on a curb and, you know.
Hey, this is going to be a good one.
Eye roll.
Did y'all see it?
Hello, Maxine. Susan says, who can remember the 80s after surviving the 60s and 70s?
Yeah, I was just working on reclaiming my brain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, now, what do we got here? Is that one?
There's it, Gen X. Yes, Gen X. Gen Z. I said Gen Z. X, Y, Z. Yeah. Mm. We are X.
Might be rushing this ever so slightly. But I need the plate.
She rushed it. But that's okay. You got a little grungy bit that's fun to, you know, work with there. And then I can go back in with sprays and do some fun stuff
I
there.
think that this one's going to go with all of my little orangies.
Orangies.
Orangies. Orangies. Okay, now I really, I don't want this grungy stuff coming off on my wonderful print here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that.
No.
I do not want that. So, to that extent, we need to get rid of this.
Hello, Y. Stevenson.
Oh, here we got this one. This is where you have a, you could call it a sacrifice print.
Oh.
Sacrifice print. Well, let's go with, really liking what's happening here with our,
Is that the circus peanut color again? Oh, it is like circus peanut color. You know those?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't like them.
No, I don't like them either. But it is that color. Yeah.
Sometimes I can get this stuff to come off with my brayer. It's a little trick. See, some of it is. What?
Darcy said you kind of froze for a moment and look, and she thought that her stream froze. I'll keep moving. Yeah, if there isn't something moving down there, somebody's got to keep moving at all times.
Hey, I need to know, is Xandra there?
I haven't seen Z yet. No.
Okay, is anybody else
I did say circus peanut.
are bringing, yeah, I never did like those things. Packaging tape.
Oh, well, we can put that in the...
I did put some masking tape over there.
Oh,
Hey,
is that what that was there
this is
for?
the only roll I've got left. I don't have any more
Okay, well, remind me
in
and
my
I'll
drawer.
grab another roll. I did find some.
I think if a little bit of this stuff shows up here, just hither and yon, that's going to be okay. But I just didn't want those large clumps.
Brenda accidentally painted a room that color for about a month. She lived with it.
Yeah, that might be a little bit.
That's a lot. I don't. That's a lot in one room.
All right. So here's my thought. There it is. No, I want the one that's got more paint in it. I hate having to squeeze that out of there. I'm terrible about paint the very last little bit.
Yeah. I'd have to say that's one of my favorite colors right there. Which one was that? It's the Amsterdam what?
Amsterdam Expert Series, and that's important.
Yes, because the purples tend
Permanent red violet.
the purples tend to be a little quite different from Expert to Standard.
Yeah, I do have them both over here, and I can show you in a minute. But I'm on a mission here.
I mean, it's
I
not
don't have
huge,
to,
but
I
it
don't
is
have
noticeable.
time to be
Yeah,
hooting around
yeah, showing things.
showing things. You know?
Yeah,
Who used to say that?
I don't know. Like most of the people I went to school with. Do you know? Oh, Xandra's here. Oh, do you have packing tape? We can bring some.
Yeah, Mariah says she has some downstairs. This is my last roll upstairs.
Now that looks like, Laffy Taffy. My friend Christy had a bathroom that was painted this color, and I told her that she needed to, have a jar of Laffy Taffies in there. It was hard to take that bathroom serious. And the funny thing was, is it had, so not only was it that color, but it had that, kind of shmeary, texture. So it really, really looked like it. I think she would get kind of mad at me when I talk about that.
Yeah, sometimes, and that's why they say, you should take a small thing and paint a rather large area, because those little samples that you have, once you get that on a big old wall, all of a sudden it's ever so slightly different.
That's funny. Eddie says that you just need to wear the packing tape as a bracelet. They might take it away from her, though. That could be, you know, like a
Well, yeah, I
restraining
could
device.
tie up the
Yeah.
flight attendant while I clip them to death with my clipper. You know, I just look like that kind of person. That's...
I need the fingernail clippers to get my tape off. Yeah, the Laffy Taffy, that is about the only thing that I like that is like kind of a weird faux banana taste. And it reminds me of like going to the pool. Because we always got Laffy Taffies at the pool. And those, I know it's not Charo, but it's like a Chico stick.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
I love those. There you go. You redeemed yourself on that. Because it was looking pretty poo-poo.
It was.
Who knew that Taffy would come in to save it?
Who knew?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have anything else over here that we might want to...
Hey, Judy P. Oh, she's just farting around on the plate. It's been a little while.
It has been.
I mean, you've done some little things, but for the most part, you really haven't been gel printing all that much.
I've been messing with my
Akiko book.
Akiko
Fabulous.
book.
Is the book's name.
Oh, this isn't everybody's
Bye,
cup of tea,
Anthony.
but I think.
Oh, I like it. It's a little scary, but I like it. It makes you want to ask some questions.
Yeah.
And you're like, should I?
I don't know where that was before, but I'm not sure that I really need to know. All right, here's my...
Do I want to know?
You got to be careful about the questions that you're asking.
The first one you should ask is, do I really want to know?
Yeah. There you go.
What am I going to do with that
We're going
information?
to try something here. Try some of this anthraquinone, which I love this color, but it's already started to dry. Right there. And I'm going to put this, and I don't know what's going to happen with the stuff that's already out there. It may just, isn't that a gorgeous color? Whoa. Shit.
Sugar.
Sugar.
Dear Lord, lady. So what was the blue that you put down?
Anthraquinone.
Okay.
You know, fluid.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that a lovely color? I love this color. It's just, you know, it's between Prussian and Cobalt. And it's just a very unique...
But you mix that with white.
No, I mixed it with Blick.
Oh.
And whatever else, you know, was on the...
Right.
It just does the coolest things.
Yes, that is correct, Sandy. And I think it was Carolyn Dew, right? I think that's who it was.
Okay, I'm just randomly grabbing prints here. There's no rhyme or reason to
No.
this business here. I just thought that might be a very lovely combination.
Oh, this one is Miriam's, called Missing Blocks, and then we're gonna AK it Q Bert in various forms. Oh wait, can I see that one again, or do you need to hurry?
I need to
Okay.
hurry. If you just hang with
Yeah.
me for a moment, I will.
Oh yeah, I loved that, Brenda. And then I was really irked when like they started just selling the bubble gum. Like it still had the powdery stuff around it, but it didn't have the paper, so you couldn't, you know, make it tough. Felt real gypped about that. I think a lot of that stuff you can still like order now on the internet. That's lovely. Looks like a stained glass window.
Okay. Let's see, I don't know which way I had that, but I'm going to try to mess up a little bit of that.
Oh, I pulled many caps with a slow poke sucker.
Yeah, wish a little bit more would have come off, but some did. Kind of muss up the, grungy up the pink a little bit, or the peachy parts.
Thank you, Lexi. Lexi says, thank you for bullying P into using a new stencil, Mariah. Great stuff happening here. You need to switch it up. Oh, that's going to be fun. It's very fluffy looking.
But look at that. Isn't that
Oh.
cool? Yeah, it gets it like this, and I'm like, I don't ever want to use it again. I'm going to... But look at this brayer. Isn't that beautiful? All right, well, we'll have to let this set up just a bit. It won't take long. Let's see if we can pull this one.
Oh, yeah, I was a big... I like candy. Oh, and look at all that crackle left back there.
Lovely.
Lovely.
But it captured the little
Puckers.
puckers.
That one's very fun. A little institutional, but fun.
Oh, seriously, I think it's quite nice. I'm very pleased with that. Now, I want to do another color over this.
Now you know what would be cool.
Get it going the different way.
Or why don't you use the other, the stained glass turtle stained glass? You just had it a second ago, so it's got to be like, you know, near the top somewhere.
This one.
That might be fun. That one is by Fran. I will put in a link. Showing all kinds of things today.
Hot diggity. Okay. So, I'm thinking red.
Of course you are. I'm kind of thinking like a... I don't know. Maybe why don't you throw in some lime green or something like that?
Well, I thought about lime green.
Well, that was a good thought.
No, I'm not feeling that.
Not feeling it, huh?
Okay, well, we don't have anything to worry about here because we're not like, we don't have a definite product that we have to have in mind here, so let's just do a little experimental.
Oh, if you did are you going to do a little gradient or something?
Well, I'm just going to do a squirt it out on the thing and mix it on the thing.
Some things on the thing. Get ready for some things, y'all.
Whoa!
That's definitely a squirt.
That was a squirt. And we'll have a little phthalo blue red shade. Quinacridone magenta.
Hello, Leah.
Kind of separating those two.
I saw that. Is that a good place?
What?
Leah's giving us a recommendation of a restaurant that's near the airport and near the conference center.
Oh.
I saw it when I was looking for, some things outside of the conference area.
I really like that color right there. I'm going to change my bow.
Ooh. Okay. Oh, they have baklava.
Oh.
Oh, and cannolis. We had some of the best cannolis actually in Baltimore, wasn't it?
Yes.
We went to the little Italy. I vaguely remember that. I drank a lot then.
I did too. Miserable,
Hey, Lori.
miserable the next day. Now here is the El Problemo.
Yeah, no, you needed to kind of do a reversey thing where you just did the lines. Like, roll those lines out on the thing that you were thinking about. There you go. That's the business. Yes, make sure that's not, yeah. And then you'll get a little bit of grungy through there.
Through there.
But don't go too crazy. When you pull it up, it's a new stencil. It will be very sticky. Looky there.
There we go.
We were getting attacked a little bit there, but that's okay. We're good.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you.
What?
Like I said, I had kind of looked at that place, but I just wasn't sure. And I was going to ask her, about it, but.
Well, I'm already in if it has cannolis and
Seafood. Yeah, P likes candy a lot.
I like what?
You like candy a lot.
Take care of that right now.
Yeah. Ooh. Kind of mermaidy, fishy. Like, you zoomed in.
Very interesting how some of those white spots just didn't get distributed.
It is interesting that it sort of swooped.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that too. Oh, and then if you pull it like with gold.
Ooh,
Ooh,
yes.
she probably won't do it.
Ooh.
Ooh, dinosaur. Mm-hmm.
Get crumpled over here.
Don't get crumpled. I did put the link in, right? Okay, I did. Very good.
I'm just trying to find something else here.
All right. I like that you're digging through the pile. This is fun. I mean, it's not new things, but it's new.
I could have surprised you with that one. I haven't used old net in a long time.
Yeah.
And it's a virgin net.
It's an oldie but goodie. Well, it's because she used, like, when she has a net, she uses it a lot, and they get clogged up.
They do. They get clogged up.
I would say wonky net is kind of one of those ones that if you would like to keep it in good working order, probably best to kind of clean it every so often, if not after every use. And it's a pretty sturdy one because everything's pretty thick on
I
it.
scrubbed it.
Yeah, you can scrub that one. Like, there's not a lot of thin little areas that are going to pop. That's right, Brenda. I like that. That's funny.
What did you say?
She says my skin with a temporary tattoo. The
Oh, yeah.
print.
Okay, now what I want to do is I want to do some white on top of this, or maybe some lime green.
Well, I should put the link to Wonky Net. This is one of our, like, very first.
I drew out every single one of those little
She
squares.
painted them.
painted them. Then Mariah had to come in and clean every
them
one
up.
of those little squares.
I'm like, okay, this is not, I don't know if this
Don't
is the
do
process
this
that we were.
ever again.
And then this is wonky net, like, you know, the stencil version. And then there's one that's actually cut out too. So there's a mask and a stencil.
Okay, I'm gonna keep experimenting with this white business, kind of like this, you know, the drizzlings.
So I'm gonna put a link, a search link that shows you all 3 listings of wonky net. There you go. That's in chat.
And I'm gonna flip this and do some rubbing off over there and get this bad boy down here. Boom.
This also can look very scaly, like boom shakalaka. I would love it if you moved it up forward. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize that was the one that you grabbed. But okay.
I think it's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, better get this up.
Yeah, it's snake-like.
And then we have another one.
That's a 1990s print. This is what it is.
1990s?
Yeah.
This one?
No, the other one. That one.
It is.
Yeah. Like some
It needs
Andre
a little-
Agassi
it needs
shorts
some
or something.
orange.
Sure, that should be the next one that you put down with a different stencil. I think you need something bigger. Or maybe come back in with the missing blocks. Or the turtle. Oh, yeah.
Or,
Oh, yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, it's very popular. That and the, that one's Prayer Wheels. That one's by Paula. And then the other one that is its kind of companion are the rune blocks.
I have a hard time deciding which ones I really like the best.
Yeah.
I use them interchangeably. Oh, look, we're going to get some double duty here. How about that? Oh, I'm glad I pulled it when I did, because then I don't have all that stuff stuck down there. It's
Stuff
like
stuck.
Stuff stuck.
Don't get your stuff stuck.
Get your stuff stuck.
It's a real situation.
Can be.
So there are prayer wheels. That's the link to that particular, the blue stencil right there. Ooh. Yeah.
Okay, we're going to let that render.
Yeah, because it'll be interesting how much of that actually does come up.
It will be. It will be. Now, here
Devin
I
loves
am,
the
and
blue.
I've got the one I want to do. But I
Hey,
want,
Carol.
Yeah, okay, let's get some orange on this. We're going to go red-orange. What?
Well, there's still some food chat in the chat.
Food chat, huh?
Judy's getting hungry.
Where's my favorite red? One of my favorite reds.
That's the one you started with too, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that sounds lovely, Mary Ellen.
What is it?
She's going to make a cocktail at the end of the stream. A little libation.
I highly recommend libating. Oh, it's a little more red than I really wanted it.
Yeah, and quite a bit of paint there, but you do have pretty big stencil, so... Oh, that sounds wonderful. Fried chicken.
Yeah, we haven't had fried chicken in a long time. Pressing very hard because I've started getting some buildup on the stencil.
It does have smaller openings. So if you really want to get down in there, it's one way to do it. Oh, and some puckering.
Look how fun that is.
There's all this puckering happening today.
A lot of puckering happening today.
Better watch out who you're sending your Spanish tortilla to, Eddie.
What?
He's sending pictures of his Spanish tortilla.
Oh.
You know, be careful who you're sending pictures of your Spanish tortilla.
Does it have Jesus' image on it, or the Virgin Mary?
Merging.
The Virgin Mary.
Now you got me messed up. The Virgin Mary.
Well, you know those people that see,
see it
Jesus in their
and
toast and yeah, that kind of stuff.
Wasn't there something in Hereford, remember, that they saw it in, and it was just such a big hoot-de-doo?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Like, they put it up on a big billboard and everything. It was pretty funny.
Well, I think, look at that.
He says, yes, the merging Mary. Yeah.
Lots of little occlusions there. All right.
Summer. Annular.
Some are. And some ain't. All right, I still need to get some orange on this. Now, is this going to come off of here? Yeah. Look at that.
Oh, very cleanly.
Yeah.
That's a clean pull.
Well, I just conditioned these plates the other day.
I mean, nice.
All right, we're going to try that again.
Okay.
And this time, hopefully, we're going to... I'm just going to do one squeeze of red. One little squeeze of red.
Okay.
Just a little, a lot.
Okay.
And it's going to be oranger.
Oranger.
More red or oranger. And to that extent, we'll just use a little bit of this loosey-goosey,
Okay. Yeah.
fluidy stuff.
Sometimes you open things like you almost direct it towards me just in case it, you know.
Well, I do, because it's better you than me. I mean, I already got me today.
Yeah, I know. I saw your sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
There, and then your actual, you know, rolled up part. Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's okay.
Good enough for the girls I go with. Oh yeah, this is orange.
Oh yes, those are. I'm always amazed at what people can do. The people that, you know, actually draw out things. Really, you have to think in reverse. They would probably be very good gel platers.
You must put your bearing down with authority when you are printing over.
Respect my authority.
And especially when you got a mealy piece of paper.
Y'all understand the mealy? If you don't, let us know. We'll explain it. We've had lots of big discussions about mealy.
Look at that.
I mean, this thing just keeps on a giving.
I think it's pretty.
Now,
All
okay,
right.
you got 6 minutes.
About 6 minutes. That down here. Well, I don't really have anything else. We might just have to close off a little early.
That's fine. I think you should show your prints because there were some that you had to haul off
I had
early.
to hurry.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Very nice.
Now I could come in with my little and do some more areas
With
so that doesn't
transparent.
look so
Yeah.
isolated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that'd be fun.
Let's check it out. Well, I've already seen this one. This is probably my favorite one all day. Really like it. And it started, I mean, it really, at one point,
Yeah.
just went to poop.
Yeah. Because you didn't listen to me. But that's okay. Here we are.
Here we are. Well, this one's just a nice clean print.
Yes.
I think this is quite lovely.
Very
Now-
interesting with the puckering today.
I'm just thinking this, I don't know what stencil I want. I might even use this, white over the top of this. Tis a thought.
Tis a thought.
Tis a thought. We decided that this needed to be, and I know what to do.
Okay.
I love this one.
Yeah.
Just that little area.
Uh-huh.
Of course, and I love that particular phthalo turquoise is just awesome.
Yes.
Look at all these little.
Oh, yes. Hold
And
that
remember-
one up a little bit because then they can see the crazing that's kind of happened in there. Appreciate
And remember,
that.
that's that diazonine violet in the high flow.
Mm-hmm.
This is some awesome stuff.
And that's how you get the crazing. Any of those really high flow, fluid, loosey-goosey paints will do that. Especially if your plate is clean and conditioned.
Yes.
Hello, Gayla.
Oh, Gayla!
We're just here at the end showing off all the prints that P did today.
Such
Lots of
lovely little
stencils.
puckering there. I don't know what else to do to that. Is why I haven't done anything. And look at this. Isn't this amazing?
I love that. Over her, doodles, her testing.
My testing. That's not very exciting, but it will be.
Stay tuned.
And remember, this was a
3 streams from now, it's going to be fabulous. Check back in a month.
You might have to do a bit of weightlifting in order to tote it from one place to the other.
I'm trying to figure out, thinking about, okay, it would be cool if I could set, little markers, for certain prints. But I never know when they're going to come and go. So, trying to keep up with that, I'm just I think that's just, it's beyond my ability at this moment in time. Just be okay with the fact that you might see some of these again. And there's going to be things about them. Oh, that one's really fabulous. Especially that area.
It is, isn't it?
Uh-huh. See, sometimes these things, like that one that she became P's favorite, if you would have just cut out the one area, that would have been a beautiful print too. Just
Yeah, it would have been. And I do recognize that. I'm not poo-pooing that.
mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta come back, Gayla, and watch a little bit of the beginning. There's some funny stuff there too.
Did I show these prints the other day?
Yes.
Okay.
But hey, worth showing again. And your tooth picking thing. Don't put that in your mouth. Don't.
And I have this. That Mariah sprayed, remember?
Mm-hmm.
But look at the wonderfulness this is going on the inside of this one.
Yeah.
And I need to just go ahead and, do something kind of really paley light
Oh yeah.
on the back here. But
Oh,
you
it'll
can
be
see how it
soaks through
soaks
in the pattern.
through in the pattern.
Mm-hmm.
But I love those colors that you used for that,
Well,
Mariah.
thank you.
Just love them.
Probably never to be repeated because it was a mix of a little this and a little that, all the
Yeah,
browns,
well,
and,
I do understand that. It's just
and then what was ever in
that's
the
how I
sponge.
cook, and my stuff is either really good or it sucks. And
Well, thank you guys so much once again for hanging out with us here on this Thursday. We did lots of thoughts and also lots of arty fun.
lots of
Gel
art.
plating out the wazoo. We will be back here on Sunday, but don't forget Saturday, the Makers Creative Collab, 2 p.m. Central. So be on the lookout for that. I will post that in Makers along with...
So how many people we have this time?
I don't know if Sharon's still here. I don't know for sure. Because some people kind of come and go. You know, things happen.
Yes, and some people don't always sign up.
Yeah, so, and then we have some people that kind of came in the last minute, so I don't really know. Sharon knows the number, so if she's here, if she wants to pop that in, I don't really know for sure, but yeah. All right, guys, well, we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.